Hey, what's up, guys? Back with another video. Sorry it's been so long. I've had so much going on. Want to go over what we discussed. It's going to be a 15 for 15, so I'm going to make this quick. Today we're going to go over Opportunity Finder and see what we can find. So let's go ahead and do that. So I have Opportunity Finder pulled up here. Have Amazon pulled up. We're going to go through a few things just on how to use this and what kind of numbers I like to use. Let me just say this before we get started with this, and this applies to pretty much everything you use to find stuff. You know, you've got to have good differentiation. If you don't have that, I'm telling you, it's not going to work out, more than likely. You know, everybody's using these same systems to find things, so if you don't have something that's going to make yours stand out, make yours better, make yours different, you don't solve a problem, you're going to likely fail, and you're going to likely think Amazon's just dead. It's not dead. It is more difficult. It's very difficult to sell in. It's very competitive. I've noticed a lot of new sellers pop in a couple products that have been successful for me, and I noticed one of the ones I jumped into is extremely competitive. So just keep that in mind. Whatever we do here, whatever we find, there's probably thousands and thousands of other people finding this. If you can't make it better, ask yourself, should I even try to sell it? So anyway, I'm going to show you some of the things I use. But that being said, you know, let's talk about the different settings here. So first of all, average monthly sales. I'd like to go with at least like 250. I'm going to go with low to medium competition. I'm fine with medium competition. Honestly, some of the best products you can find are in medium competition because simply, if everybody's trying to find the very low competition ones, everybody's going to jump on those. If you can find a medium one, it might be one that's kind of, maybe it's seasonal. You don't want a seasonal product. We talked about that in previous videos necessarily, unless you're going to do seasonal products. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, if you can find a medium competition one, that one's going to kind of be maybe something you can jump into that's going to be more stable, and maybe you can break into it and you can have some steady sales, and maybe other people will stay away from it because it's medium competition, right? They're looking for these ultra low competition items, and everybody's going to jump into them, and it becomes a low competition at that point because everybody jumps on at the same time. So maybe trying to find something in the middle. That might not be a bad idea. One of my products is right in the middle, and it works great. So just consider that. Anyway, so let's talk about what I like to do and what categories I like to search in. So we talked previously. Here's some of the categories I like to search in: arts and crafts, automotive. If you're ungated, I was not ungated. I had to get ungated in automotive. Keep that in mind. If you are ungated in automotive, might be a great category to sell in because you're ungated and other new sellers are not. So that can be a huge advantage. Baby, beauty, personal care, books. We're not going to sell books, right? We're not gonna, unless you're writing your own book. CDs and vinyl, we're going to skip. Cameras and photo, maybe, but I'm going to skip that one. Cell phones and accessories, very competitive. Although you might be able to find some accessories that go with it. You might be able to find something in there. So that might be a maybe there. Clothing, shoes, and jewelry. Talked about that. I would stay away from it. That's just me. Computers, for obvious reasons. Competition, Nike, Under Armour. Shoes, jewelry. It's so saturated, too. I'm not saying you can't be successful. It just wouldn't be for me. Electronics. It could be, but keep in mind, if you do electronics, you're going to need like a manufacturer safety data sheet. You're going to have to know what type of battery. Yes, typically your manufacturer should know this stuff. If you pull something off like DH Gates or Alibaba, it's going to be a lot hard, or excuse me, AliExpress. It's going to be a lot harder, but Alibaba, typically they'll have this stuff. Just keep that in mind. Excuse me. Keep that in mind. You know, electronics, you're going to have to need this stuff, and you're going to have to get it. What I would recommend, I'll make another video about this sometime, you're going to have to get this stuff submitted at least a couple weeks before because it can take a while to approve, for Amazon to approve your electronic items. So keep that in mind. So I'd probably stay away from it, especially if you're a new seller. Grocery, gourmet, we're not going to sell anything you can eat. Health and household, that might be good. Home and kitchen. Industrial and scientific. Kindle, clearly we're not going to do that. Kitchen, we're not going to do movies or TV unless you can find something unique in there. Music, no. Musical instruments, no. Office products, good. Patio, lawn and garden. Pet supplies, software, probably not unless you're a developer. Sports and outdoors, tools, home improvement, toys and games. Keep in mind with toys, it seems like Amazon's cracking down a lot more because they've had safety issues in the news. So you may need to get some kind of safety something for that. If anybody has any more information on toys, just let me know. But toys and games could be good. Video games, you're not going to do your own video game more than likely. Watches. I talked about watches. I don't like to sell watches. So anyway, these are the categories I'd kind of stick to. You can see we got, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, about 16 categories that we generally like to stay in. So that being said, I'm going to clear them all, and let's just go to maybe automotive, maybe home and kitchen, and maybe pet supplies. Okay, so let's talk about the settings here. So I like to do an average monthly unit sold of about 250 or more. You can give or take that a little bit. I like to discuss why I like to go medium competition. You might be able to find something really good in there, simply because other people are going for these ultra low competition ones. You might be able to find a steady sales in something that's a medium competition. So keep that open. I wouldn't necessarily go high, but medium. I mean, you can still sell it high, but just keep that in mind. Medium is probably as high as I would go. Average monthly price. So here's kind of what I've been running into. Some of my products have been, well, I don't have a ton of products, but my last one specifically, I'm only making like $5 or $6 a sale, and that's killing me because my PPC is killing me. I can barely make any money. I'm actually losing money a lot of days. Some days I make some money, but very hard. If the product, here's my personal opinion, if the product's not going to make you at least $10 at your lowest price, or maybe $8 to $10, I don't know if I would consider it, unless you're paying a couple bucks for it. I mean, honestly, it's very hard with PPC is going to eat up a lot of your costs. So think about that. I probably wouldn't do a product anymore unless you really find something maybe like the medium competition range that I talked about, that maybe not a lot of sellers are selling it at all, but it's still medium because it's not just high. It's not a high demand. Maybe it's like medium demand. There might be exceptions to that, but in general, you want about a $10 profit, and I don't just mean margins. I mean a $10 profit. Even if it's a bigger item, if you can make $10 a sale, that's pretty good at your lowest price point. And if you have room to work with between $10 and $20 profit, that's even better. Because you're going to find sometimes when you release a product, somebody's going to lower their price, especially a big seller, just to kick you out of there. And you're going to have like a $4 more profit after everything. So try to get a product that can at least make you $10. That's going against the grain. I know people tell you about small products. Get a product that is going to be super small and light, and everybody's looking for that product. Or even if it's not super light, everybody's looking for the same stuff. You got to find a way to differentiate it. You've got to find a way to make money and be able to pay for your PPC. Anybody will tell you now, PPC is getting more and more competitive every day. You want to have a product, I'm going to say it again, at least an $8 or $10 profit or more, preferably. So that's my advice to you. That's my new strategy. Again, there might be exceptions to that, but that's what I would go with. So anyway, I'm going to make this quick because it's a 15-minute video. So niche score. I like to go with at least a 7 or higher. We can even go down as far as 6. It can be really hard to find stuff in the higher niches. And again, you're going to find those same products everybody else is finding. So let's go with an average monthly price. Now, in general, I like to go with at least $20 or higher, but it's hard to make more than a $5 profit if you go $20 or higher. So let's move it up a little bit. Let's go $40 or more, or let's say $39 or more, because you might be able to do well with a product there. But in general, $20 to $25 or higher average monthly price. Search volume, it's hard. I would probably leave it alone and just kind of look through these niches, but you can go up. The higher you go, obviously, the less you're going to get back. So let's just see what this actually finds, okay? But here's how we're using it. Obviously, average monthly units sold. You want 250 or higher. You don't want something that's completely dead, right? Competition-wise, I talked about why I like medium to very low. Average monthly price, talked about that, why we need to at least make $10 a sale, in my opinion, with some exceptions. Niche score, I like it 6 to 10. It usually gives you a pretty decent product in that area. You can go 7 to 10, but it's not going to necessarily give you a ton of things to choose from necessarily. Monthly search volume, if you are going to go, I wouldn't go any higher than like 5,000. You tend to get products that are really high monthly search. Yeah, they sound great because there's a lot of, especially if you can find low competition, a lot of demand, right? Because the higher the monthly search volume, the more demand there is, right? Now, that can be seasonal. Like if you were to sell like patio lights, obviously that's going to be for the summer, the warmer time. Yeah, the monthly search volume is going to go up during that time of year. But it's a seasonal product, so make sure it's not seasonal. But keep that in mind. I'd say like 5,000 to 50,000. You might find something decent there. But today, I'm not going to choose anything. I'm just going to go with what we have here, and I'm going to search. So another thing is make sure this is checked, exclude top brands. You don't want to deal with that. So let's do a real quick search here, see what we can come up with. Nit scores are 10, which is great. I don't know what a Kachina doll is. Sounds interesting. But, so if we do a quick search here, right? Kachina, jeez, man, what in the world? Looks like a Native American doll. And I might even be saying it incorrectly. Yeah, I mean, I'm just guessing what it is. It looks to me like it's a Native American doll, or maybe I shouldn't be calling it doll. Native American ornament or decoration, or maybe it's something to do with religious. I don't know. I just don't know. But it's interesting. My guess is this might be somewhat like a seasonal product. It might have something to do with maybe some kind of. And again, if anybody knows this, I don't mean to offend anybody. I mean, it might have something to do with it's low demand, low competition. We don't want that, but maybe it's just popping up because it has something to do with some kind of festival or some kind of some kind of yearly thing. I'm not sure, but anyway. So let's move on here real quick. Let's see what else we can find. So very low competition. So I'm always weary of those because everybody's gonna be jumping on those. Twister sheets. What the world is that? Just what I thought it was, actually. So anybody ever played the game Twister? It's literally the Twister sheets. That's interesting. I can't imagine they're selling. I don't know. Huh. That's different. High demand, low competition. You believe that? Twister sheets. Now, $29 a day. Thing is, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how they're selling it like that. It's actually a sheet. They're actually selling a game. It's got to be trademarked, right? I mean, I don't know. That's just, they're not selling anything. So, I clearly can't mess with that. At least I don't think so. But anyway, guys, I wanted to talk about Opportunity Finder. So, we can look through this. There's a lot of things here. We've got 3,000 results. It's a lot to look through. If we do go up on a monthly search, if you just want to kind of find something, this will narrow it down to 29. There you go. So, volcano candles. I'm not sure what those are. We can check those out. But you can see how you can find stuff fairly quickly with this, which is really cool. I really like Opportunity Finder. You could obviously expand your search criteria, and the way to do that is go by less monthly search volume. You can see how I just went up to 6,682, and it shot us down from 3,000 plus to 29. So I would probably go for a few hundred at least and look through those. Try to find something that kind of catches you and something you can make some money off of, or something you can find a solution for or bundle, like we talked about in the previous videos. I really think, if you guys use this tool, you can find something great. I'm not sure what even the Volcano candle is. Is it a brand? Volcano printed. Volcano. All right. Well, there's like one seller selling everything. So, as far as I know, it's like their brand. So we can't sell that. So anyway, we got 29 here. I don't see blanket ladder. Huh. I don't know. I would need a longer video to kind of go through this. That's different. Kind of decorative, right? Huh. You literally hang blankets on it. Why not, right? That's kind of neat. I like it. It's a bigger item, though. Keep in mind, this is going to be an oversized item if you buy this. But this just might be the kind of niche I'm talking about. I'm not sure if these come as is. I'm sure they don't. You probably have to put them together. They probably come unassembled, I'm assuming. So, I'm betting, like, you can make a decent... Now, how you differentiate, you could do it through the way it looks. But I'm betting you could do decent in this market. And the reason I say that is because who's going to do... Like, it's not necessarily a lightweight product. The reviews don't look real high to me. Just, well, medium demand, high competition. So according to this, it's high competition. But, I mean, I'm just trying to say, thinking outside the box with this stuff. So, closet organizer system, that might be good. And again, this isn't really about what products I'm finding right now. I'm going to go over some longer videos for that. But what I do want to tell you guys is Opportunity Finder for Jungle Scout is a great way to find products. At least I think so. We don't have time to go through all these because I'm making this a quick video. But I talked about what categories, talked about kind of what these things mean. You can certainly exclude keywords if you don't want to have like Nike in there or something like that. But the higher search volume you go, the lower the competition, but the harder it is going to find products. If you want to narrow it down, as you go down with this, and if I do another search, we're going to go from 29 to 79, right? So, keep it open. Go for maybe 200. Try to find something that kind of catches your attention and something you can make better. But that is Opportunity Finder for Jungle Scout. If you guys don't have it, I really like it. And that's kind of the stuff I use to find products. Feel free to use it in different categories and let me know what you guys think. It's another 15 for 15, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a great day, man. God bless.